Hi, I'm Bridget Bartley with the Woodrow Wilson Rehabilitation Center, and today I have joining me Colonel Ron Bonheur. He is with the Virginia Army National Guard. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure. I am with the Medical Command of the Virginia Army National Guard, serving as Director of the Behavioral Clinical Services. We're looking at our reservists who come back from being deployed, and we're very concerned about possible post-traumatic stress disorder, and also mild traumatic brain injury, and just in general reintegration into their families and their communities.
Community back home.
Back home.
What is your focus? What is your group's focus?
Well, the Guard has several programs going. They have a very large family program where they have activities prior to people being deployed, and certainly during deployment and after deployment. My focus is to assure that we have some programs in place to help our soldiers make any reintegration problems resolved as quick as possible. So we have lots of resources for them. We've developed a program called Vet to Vet, and that's a program that when they come back to meet as a unit, we have them go through certain stations, and one of them is this program called Vet to Vet. It's a small group setting where they have the opportunity just to talk about what it's been like since they've gotten home. And usually this is the first time they've seen their fellow comrades since they've been home, and it's been quite successful. The feedback is tremendous. They like the opportunity to hear that other people are experiencing some of the same issues that they're experiencing. The issues could be financial, the issues could be job related. Some people have trouble getting back into school, so we have resources to help them do that. Certainly if there's some counseling that needs to go on for their families, we try to encourage them to do that. We show them as many resources as possible to help them do that.
Are there any recommendations you can offer to immediate family members, moms, dads,
sure,
husbands, wives, before our troops come back?
Well, typically what happens is that everyone's very, very excited about getting back. Everybody wants to reunite. But when all the dust settles from all the celebration and all the family celebrations, what we're hearing is that often some of our troops are part of the reintegration process is that they're having difficulty connecting again. Right. They've been away for such a long time that their minds sometimes are back thousands of miles away, even though they love their loved ones, want to be with them. Right. But they find themselves still being a little hypervigilant, still bringing home some of the battle mind activities and processes that they need to have while in combat or overseas, but it's not really normal to have those at home. For example, you check your perimeter always where you are. When you're in a combat situation, it's not normal to be checking the perimeter of your house. Or you always make sure you carry your weapon. You do not ever leave your weapon out of your eyesight when you're in a combat zone. But at home, we find people mowing their lawns with weapons. That's not appropriate.
So those are some symptoms, some behavioral issues
that they are having
to look for.
Yes. Also, families need to know that sometimes there is just this little disconnect that's going on, that they feel distant, that they're very impatient. And one of the things we were very concerned about is children. That we know they love their children very much, but that sometimes children's behaviors trigger some things in them, and they find themselves reacting in a way they wouldn't have done before they got deployed. So these are other signs and symptoms that perhaps some intervention would be helpful, some sort of counseling. The biggest thing I think that we want people to understand is that they're carrying around a lot of stuff inside of them, and often they don't want to share it with family members because they don't want to unload the trauma that they saw. so that it's important for them to either get together with some buddies that they shared experiences with or seek professional counseling. We all know that there's a huge stigma in the military about counseling, but what we want people to understand is that if you care about each other, you counsel them anyway. So parents counsel their children. Parents counsel their adult children all the time.
Right. Never stop doing.
It never stops. So that we want them to really get the services that they need.
It sounds like you have a wonderful program going on. Thank you for your years of service.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, being a part of this program.
Appreciate it. Thank you.